SIS. This one was spawned out of the Americans' invasion of Iraq and the illegal overthrow of Saddam Hussein, the elected leader. And out of that has come forth this state called ISIS, more powerful and more dangerous than Iraq and Iran even put together. So this is out of the machination of the mind of the Americans, the Europeans, the warmongers. And now they have organized themselves now to challenge Russia. Russia is a tribe of Europeans who have a different attitude than most of the Western Europeans. And they are also considered to be almost like outsiders of the white man family. But these Russians here are different kind of humans. And the leader, Vladimir Putin, Vladimir, is a judo expert, you know, is a fighter. And this man now has made it very clear that in the struggle against the Ukraine, which was part of the Soviet Union, he is willing and not fearful of engaging the nuclear armaments in his struggle for his identity, maintenance of his own self. The Americans, of course, now, it's a very strange time now to be led by a president that's being called black. So I know this president is on the verge of leading America into another world war. Yes, and it's not really him, you know. It's the military-industrial complex and Hollywood and the wealthy people that really control America. And they have drummed up enough support from England, their cousins. They have drummed up support from the Australians and all the white nations. They have rallied around in what they call NATO. This coalition of the willing, according to the American president. And all they're waiting for now is one shot to fire and some American die. Congress is ready to give the go-ahead. So I know as black people in the Caribbean in particular, what we're going to do when the man them start press the button? What we're going to do? What we're going to do for ourselves? How we going to get fuel? How we going to eat? What is our point of unity? Where do we rally as a people? Because once the world goes into war, you know, identity becomes crucial, you know. Who are you? Who are you there with? And as black people right now, we are nowhere. Because the Americans will certainly sell the black youth to fight. The Americans will have black men on the front line taking gunshot. And the black man will simply be a tool in that war. The black woman will also be a tool in that war, because she will be on the front line. Where are we as a race of people fighting Ebola in West Africa? We're in a very serious condition. We need to rally around some vehicle that we can call home. We have it. We have a structure of a framework. But we call upon it. Israel is fighting Palestine. We can't even follow that story anymore. So the genocide continues there. It is ISIS that has now taken the front page. This is a state that is driven by an ideology. It is driven by its Islamic faith, and it has made a commitment against Western European philosophy and psychology. In other words, them born Jesus too, because they embrace Muhammad. It is war on the atmosphere. African people, how do we fit in?
Do you have or are you seeking a place to rent, seeking employment or have a job vacancy? Are you selling a car or having a garage sale? Then come see us. Let Styles do the advertising for you and you'll be on your way in no time. Contact us at 876-286-9216 or 439-5160. Advertising Style. Advertise with Styles.
So, bossy.
What's your problem?
Boy, me not a problem, you know. But you see how me tell you if you up on Styles 2014 calendar, you make him miss you. Make sure no make the 2015 one miss you again, you know, bossy. You know, see how last year them hype up the sponsors them with interviews and non-stop big ups in December. Next year I come soon, you know. And me say Styles are up the thing. Call them no man, because spots limited. 876-439-5160. 876-439-5160. Or email info@stylesfm.com for more information. Do it now, bossy.
You know what? I am going to call them right now.
With Styles FM on the go, you can listen to your favorite programs by calling the USA number 213-992-4360. If you're in the UK, is 033-0010-3322.
For the best quality in sound reinforcement and backlining, Native Audio. We have professional engineers with over 20 years of experience. So call us and we'll take care of your parties, wedding receptions, barbecues, conferences, and small stage shows. Crystal clear sound, Native Audio. Our prices are the best. Call us at 871-5212. That's 871-5212. Native Audio. We make your events audible.
Hey.
Thereof now gave man his love, and they rewarded with violence. In these last days, lend ears to what I say. Man in his ignorant state, signed and sealed is on faith. Doctrines of the falling angel, no water, quench eternal flames of hell, hellfire. I said doctrines of the falling angel, no water to quench eternal flames of hell, hellfire, earth crisis, all this suffering, earth crisis,
So the people in America now, the government going, I know them will lock them down, you know. It's the true ISIS has been created. And not only ISIS has been created in far places like Iraq. They say ISIS is in America. That they have these cells that have been growing in America. So you know what we happen to all the people in America? The government will take them more for the civil rights. Yeah man, I know them will strip on now. They may look up all in every hole in one now. I tell you about security, they're going sick. There's no way the people sick. And you see the places like Jamaica now are going to become real paradises for people who want to escape from that place now called America. There's real things, you know. Because they're going to turn up the ratchet now and the security issue. Yeah man, they're going to do some things now and take away all them amendments and all them rights. This is a long build up, you know, to stripping Americans of their constitutional rights. There are forces who believe that those constitutional rights are illegal. And they want to transform America into what they want it to be. African people now seem to be just pawns into the game. So while they are struggling to go to Mars, they are also on the planet reorganizing to control. Hey, it's war, you know. It's war, the man them fighting. Both on land and on sea and in space. Africans don't have much presence in space because we are literally afraid of space. We're afraid of space. And all we think about in terms of space is heaven. The Russians have withdrawn their support from America in going to the International Space Station. And the Americans have turned around and privatized the research. That private companies are now in competition to send the astronauts to the space station. So they're not loafing. The Americans are not really loafing in closing the gap between them and the Russians. And the war between the Russians and the Americans is seriously intensified. So on the ground level, something must give. And it's giving right now in Ukraine, giving right now in Russia. The Russian leader just tell them, say, if them don't behave themselves, him invade the whole of Europe within 2 days. Him can have him army in all the capitals, in Latvia and Poland and those places. And the Americans, according to Obama, have told the Russians that if you trouble one of them, you trouble all of us. So the stage has been set. The stage is set. And there's no turning back. The Iranians and the Syrians and the Palestinians and the Israelis, they're going to work out their struggle. What we're noticing is that we don't see the Chinaman. The Chinaman coming like Satan. He just step on the sideline and watch. Him not do nothing. He must watch the war. And when the war is over, him going to step up. So African people, how do we organize while these people war? We need a vehicle to galvanize African people globally. God will set the framework. We just need to energize ourselves with our baptism of fire from the Negro onto the African. And worry not if the African on the continent has any disrespect for you, the African in the diaspora. That is minor. What is crucial is the similarity in our struggle, culture, heritage, story, everything. That difference is a distraction highlighted by the syndrome of one William Lynch. So Scotland says no to the referendum. They want to remain within the United Kingdom. We shall see how that works out. So Obama decided to send troops into Africa to help fight Ebola. It's a serious thing that no, American troops will help fight Ebola. So I guess when that war is over, they will have our reason to remain in Africa.